Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Numerology and Astrology for April 26th, 2021. Thank you for joining me. I'm Suzanne Wagner, and I am doing this video blog on Sunday morning. And I'll just say to start, it is raining. It's been raining since yesterday. So happy. It's just starting to let up now, but it's been raining all day, which is wonderful. So, yay for the rain goddess. Okay, we are doing the numerology for 4/26, 2021. And if you add all those numbers together, you get the number 17. If you add the 1 and the 7 together, you get the number 8. The number 8 brings up those issues in our past that linger, fester, and slowly infect us, pulling us down and making us feel less than. Sometimes everything that we have gone all through the last year kind of creeps up on us and overwhelms our senses. Today, something gets to us. Perhaps it is a concern for the world, such as India's pandemic spinning out of control, threatening the slowly building stability here in the US. Maybe it is fear that we will never get out of this pandemic with so many that refuse to care more for our world than themselves. And I mean governments that do not handle the needs of the people well, such as in India. I mean those that are overworked and exhausted in the medical field, that we're literally abusing them by not trying to do things to help them. We need to be worried about many systems that are teetering on the edge of collapse, because without support, they will collapse. And then all of us are in a much bigger problem than we have been. So the 8-day, is about breath and prana. It's about sadness and loss. And, it's that place where I watch what's happening in India, because I have friends in India, and I just feel so much sadness. I hear about the submarine that broke into 3 pieces, and you feel sadness. You recognize that, people are struggling. And if you tune in at all to the external world, you can feel that. And it's not that I want everybody to tune in, but you might get such a big wave of it, that it starts to pull you down. And my suggestion is recognize what's yours and what's not yours. What I find is that if I have some unresolved issue on the inside, and then a big external world situation happens, then it'll stick to me because I have an unresolved issue on the inside. So this big chunk of stuff will stick to my little chunk of stuff. And then I get pulled down with it. So kind of just notice, what's pulling you down? Why is it pulling you down? How is it pointing to certain things that are in our own lives that maybe still need some more healing? The astrology today. The full moon is in Scorpio, and it kind of, I always say the Scorpio Taurus spectrum, because they're opposites, and so they kind of pull in both directions. And it's a complicated full moon. Taurus wants financial security. Scorpio wants emotional security. And, so it kind of pulls us like, well, what do you want? Do you want the money, security, and stability, or do you want, to feel good? And of course, the answer is we want both. I want both. I want everybody to have both. So the sun in Taurus is aligned with Uranus, the planet of revolution, revelation, and change. And so expect bizarre and expect the unusual. That also means an emotional moon in the perceptive and penetrating sign of Scorpio intends to shift many things dramatically. Find the things that we want to support. We need to take care of ourselves in ways that we rediscover our needs and wants. There is a lot of cosmic and spiritual growth possible if you embrace both those qualities needed the most to move forward. Add to the fact that Saturn is in Aquarius in a T-square pattern. Many things are going to feel unstable. There is a tension that just will not go away. There's a feeling that the floor is coming out from underneath you. There is a lot of tension in the air. So expect it to be difficult keeping your balance as the world feels as if it is spinning out of control. Absolute conversations go nowhere. Absolutes mean to me, that's always how it is, and it's never going to change. That's a conversation that will go nowhere. That person is absolutely terrible, a terrible person. That's going to go nowhere. So, whenever you start to hold a position that is like, it is always going to be this way, I'm like, nothing is ever going to be the same way. I mean, it's like, you have to let go of these like imperatives that people put out, like, oh, I know that I'm completely right. I'm like, no, you don't. I don't. I mean, most of the time I'm like, well, this is what's true for me now, but this is probably based on how much perception I have in this particular moment, which is limited. So there will probably be a moment where I have more awareness and probably have a wider perception. So while we want clarity, that clarity will not be coming today. We have to look at our deeper emotional needs and values. Let go of those things that are very much in the past. Saturn is making the many changes happening slow. There is so much that needs to be done, organized, and explained in ways that allow for more trust to grow. But this is kind of like trying to watch grass grow. It's like, it seems slow at the moment. I'm sitting there looking at my grass and I'm like, okay, we've had some rain and I'm sure the grass is going to suddenly grow completely. But at the moment, I still don't need to trim the grass. Okay. So the moon is in Libra until midday and then it goes into Scorpio. Many things are deepening and we are not out of the woods, in case you didn't notice. In fact, we are deep in the woods, somewhat lost because we are off trail and using a compass to find our way. We are learning skills that will be necessary in the future. The old path will not take us where we need to go. That is why all of us are now off trail. But I think it could be exciting going off trail. I mean, wasn't everybody bored with how it was forever? And I know at this point we probably would love just a stick of boredom that would, not the COVID boredom, but like go back to that nice little complacent, numb reality that we had, because trust me, nobody's complacent and nobody's numb at this point. So we're feeling things that we haven't felt in this forced time out that the divine has been giving us. And it's making us look at things that make us really uncomfortable. But I think in the long run, it's forcing us off trail, and that's a good thing. We're going to learn a whole bunch more about ourselves, and we're learning skills. I know I'm learning skills that I never ever thought I was going to learn. So, and I'm not doing all of them great, but I'm learning and I'm trying and I'm failing and I'm learning again. So I'm sure everybody out there is feeling the same way. Okay, my quote for the day. Let the rain fall upon me. Let the rain take the heat off this world. Let the rain bring the hope of a better tomorrow. Let the rain quench the thirst of the plants and animals. Let the rain expand the rivers and find its way to the ocean. Let the rain begin the healing that this world needs. And my blog for today. A little bit of a repeat, but it's raining, and so I always do these blogs in advance, and so I'm usually writing the blog. I start writing the blogs at 5 in the morning and usually finish between 8 and 9, somewhere in the morning. And so as I wrote this, it was Sunday morning. Right now, as I'm doing the video, it's Sunday afternoon. And it's been a solid, steady rain pretty much all day. And yay, that makes me so happy. We were able to do 2 more burn piles in the rain yesterday, trying to clear as much brush as possible before fire season. It's an endless ongoing process when you have so many acres and the wind blows and 20-foot branches fall off redwoods, and then a storm comes in and trees fall down, and then we had that big snowstorm in January and even more trees came down. And I know that we are not the only ones in this boat. I see many neighbors trying to do the very same thing we're doing, and it's been a full-time job. I mean, it was part of the reason I got so much poison oak. I was trying to pick up and drag heavy branches, like 30-foot branches, to burn piles, just as the poison oak was coming out. And it's always more potent as the sap is flowing. So it looks like we're in a process for the rain all day, and boy, do we need it. And thank you, rain goddess. You are welcome to stay as long as you want in this temperate rainforest of Northern California. I had plans for working on the drip systems in my garden, but right now I think I will put it aside until the rain slows down, which it's done at the moment, but it's cold. It's actually cold outside. It's pretty like, ooh. So far I've got red cabbage, lettuce, sugar snap peas. What have I got? Bok choy, tomatoes, broccoli, and yellow squash and a zucchini. So that's what I've got happening so far. We'll see if they don't get munched by all the birds and everything else. But at the moment, they're still intact. So, and they like the rain. So, woohoo. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.